Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We are back with another random tier list. Today, we are preparing for the weekend coming up as there is a pro wrestling pay-per-view coming up on Saturday. It is WWE, this time the Royal Rumble. The last wrestling video I did, which was New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom, the video actually did pretty well. We were ranking the videos using the same tier list, talking about whether, not ranking the videos, ranking the matches on whether or not the matches would be match of the year contender, or a match where you should go get some popcorn, or anything in between. Now the Royal Rumble, because it has two Royal Rumble matches, if you're not familiar, these are two giant 30-person battle royals. Those can take like an hour each. So there's only 6 matches on this card. They'll probably end up adding, another one just for like the pre-show or something. But currently there are 6 matches on the card, and these will be the 6 biggest matches on the card either way. So I'm going to go ahead and go with these. Now, as you guys can see, we're ranking, like I said, for match of the year contender. Underneath that is great match. Underneath that, good match. Underneath that, not sure. And underneath that, go get some popcorn. I originally made this tiering structure for the New Japan video. Going to use it for WWE too. Notice there is no bad match category, because I hope none of these are bad matches, but some of them might be. We'll talk about it as we go through. If you guys like random tier lists like this, or this topic in particular, go ahead and leave a like on the video, subscribe if you'd like to see more tier lists, and let me know in the comment section what you think. If you think I'm totally wrong about something I say in here, or if you just want to see a certain type of video in the future, definitely let me know. I'm working on trying to reply to all my comments and hear you guys out. Some of you guys know a lot about certain topics that I don't, so that's not very difficult though. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. The first match that we have on the card, now I don't know what order these will be in on the card. It's not like New Japan actually tells you the order that they'll be in. I'm going to go kind of from the least important match to the most important match, I think. Give or take. The first match we're going to talk about is the mixed tag team match. We have two husband and wife teams, two couples here. The It couple versus the Grit couple, because WWE usually gives very hyped up names to their matches, whether or not they need it. So we have Edge and his wife Beth Phoenix against The Miz and his wife Maurice. Now, I'm honestly not very sure how this match is going to go. I want to like it, but mixed tag team matches usually are not very good because it's usually quite awkward with the men tagging with the women. The men cannot fight the women in a mixed tag match. It is the women versus the women and the men versus the men, but you still have to tag in and out. So it is oftentimes very awkward. There's very few mixed tag matches that actually are good. I won't say go get some popcorn, because I do think Edge is somebody to watch no matter where he is on the card, where he is on a show. I think Edge is somebody, since he came back, overcoming neck surgery and stuff, I think you definitely want to tune into Edge. And Beth Phoenix definitely has some drawing appeal as well. But like Miz and Maurice are not very good wrestlers. And so yeah, I'm not thinking this is going to be a great match, but out of respect for Edge, I will put it in the not sure category. The next match, though, I have a little less respect for. I'm going to be putting the women's champion Becky Lynch defending against Doudrop in the Go Get Some Popcorn category. The fact that Doudrop is still named Doudrop, and they have not let her go by her original NXT name of Piper Niven, or Viper, I don't remember which one she was more recently, but she was named Doudrop, and given the outfit and hairstyle you can see here, they've been having her be pretty dominant lately, which is good, because she's a great wrestler. And Becky Lynch is a good wrestler too, but I just really dislike how she's been booked as a heel. And unless I would be very, very surprised if Doudrop won. She's going to put on a good show, and then Becky Lynch is probably going to cheat to win. So I'm honestly not that interested in this match. I'll take a look at what happens at the end, but I don't think it's going to be that great. I don't think they're even going to give them that much time, which is unfortunate. Unfortunately, this match might be one you can go and get a drink or some popcorn during. Now, next up, we have the WWE Championship match with WWE Champion Brock Lesnar defending against Bobby Lashley. This is a match that we have wanted, a one-on-one match that people have been asking for since Bobby Lashley debuted back in 2005, 2006. Two very, very similar wrestlers with, stellar amateur wrestling backgrounds. incredibly muscled up men, with also actually, I believe, don't they have both have MMA backgrounds? Obviously, Brock Lesnar was UFC champion, but I believe Bobby Lashley was also, yeah, Bobby Lashley actually did some MMA too and was pretty successful in as well. So, very similar careers for both of these guys. I don't think Bobby Lashley really got the breaks that Lesnar did. I don't think he's as charismatic sometimes. He's pretty good though. But lately, I mean, Bobby Lashley has been on a tear the last year or two. So this match could be great, but unfortunately, I'm not really sure about it. And the reason I'm not really sure about it, now I do think it'll be better than the mixed tag, but the reason I'm not really sure about it is because I think there's going to be some type of interference. Brock Lesnar was feuding with Roman Reigns, the champion of the other show, and because Roman Reigns got COVID, they kind of switched some things around, and they ended up moving Brock Lesnar to Monday Night Raw, and he won the title there. So I feel like it only makes sense to give Bobby Lashley the title here, and then put Brock Lesnar back on SmackDown, where he can challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And you can do that big match that they've been wanting to do, which currently would be champion against champion. And I don't know that they want to do a champion versus champion match. They might end up doing that. But I just feel like somebody's going to interfere in this match. And if nobody interferes, it still might not be good because they might only give it like 3 minutes. Sometimes Lesnar's matches are like 3 minutes long because it's just big move, big move, big move. This match could be good, but I don't think they're going to set it up to be, at least in my opinion, what I consider to be a good match. Coming up next, we have the Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and his former tag team partner, Seth freaking Rollins. This match should be great. There should not be as much interference in this match because Roman Reigns' cousins, the Usos, have been banned from ringside during this match. And both these guys are great. They know each other very well. I think this should be a great match. I don't think it'll be quite match of the year contender. I don't know that these... I mean, on the right night, are these guys match of the year contender type guys? Maybe. On the right night. But for both of them to be it on the same night and for them to not do some stupid finish with Brock Lesnar coming in or something, I don't have high hopes for that. I do think it'll be a great match. I'm willing to put it that high, but I don't think it'll be a match of the year contender. So, great match. That'll be good. Coming up next, we have the women's and the men's Royal Rumble matches. Now, if you are unfamiliar, if it's been a while since you've watched, these are, like I said, 30-man or 30-woman battle royals. They start with 2 people in the ring, and every minute or so, another combatant will enter the ring, and this continues until they have gotten through 30 people. You can be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope, and you have to hit the ground with both your feet hitting the ground. The winner gets a world title shot for either one of the men's or one of the women's titles at WrestleMania. Now, the Royal Rumble is usually a very good match. Obviously, it depends who's going to win, what their plans are. But for the women's, they have had some really good ones. They've had some bad ones. It really depends how it's scripted and choreographed. A lot of women have not been in very many battle royals, which unfortunately you can kind of tell that at some points. They're also bringing back several legends, which should be a good thing for the Royal Rumble, but it might be a bad thing in that they might not have chemistry with the people. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be a good match because I think it's hard to do a bad Royal Rumble. But I definitely am on the hopeful side here, and I don't know if I'm on the realistic side. Some people may even put this match as low as here. I think that's unfair to the women that are going to be in the match. I think they're going to do their best to have a good match, and I hope they succeed. So I'm going to put in good match. We're going to leave it there. Now for the men's Royal Rumble, these guys have more experience in Royal Rumble matches, and a lot of people that are in the match, like a Rey Mysterio, like a Sami Zayn to some extent, Baron Corbin, Sheamus definitely, AJ Styles, Big E. They've been in these Royal Rumble matches for years and years and years. It's very interesting who's going to win this match. I actually think that if Lesnar loses, he might enter the Royal Rumble and win it, which will be interesting. And also for the women's, it's interesting who's going to win that, because actually one of the world champions, Charlotte, is in the match. So if she wins, she has to challenge for the other title, which they could do. They've done it before, but it's interesting that she's in the match and Becky Lynch apparently is not. So I don't know. But for the men's Royal Rumble, I do think this should be a great match. I don't think it'll be a match of the year contender. Usually Royal Rumbles, I mean, it's 30 guys and it goes on for an hour. It's exceedingly difficult to say that is going to be match of the year. Though there has been a year or two that has been the case, that it's been absolutely excellent. I don't quite think it's going to be that much this year. I think it'll be the second best match on the card. I have really high hopes for Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. So I think this will be a great match. I'm hopeful it will be a great match, but I do think it'll be staying there at great match and not going any higher. And like I said, guys, only 6 matches on this card, so that is our rankings. What do you guys think? Let me know if I, ranked these well. Let me know if you'll be watching. I'm going to be watching on Saturday. On Peacock TV is how you watch WWE stuff now, so check that out if you got Peacock, if you want to watch. The Royal Rumbles, even if you don't like watching wrestling, they're usually a pretty good show to watch. Just because you get a lot of guys in the ring at one time, or a lot of women in the ring at one time, and they all are hitting each other and throwing each other out. It's usually pretty crazy, pretty fun to watch. So definitely recommend it if you are free on Saturday, Peacock TV and all that. And with all that said, guys, this has been the guy that makes random tier lists, and I'm signing out.